this Sunday, the only safe place is watching the biggest event of the summer, WWE SummerSlam. Watch live on mobile smartphones and tablets using the WWE app. You can also use the WWE app on your Samsung Smart TV, Xbox Live, and now for the first time ever on your PlayStation 3. Go to WWE.com to learn more.
Reach for the highest. If you could see it, you could be it. And I know you can get there one day. Yeah.
Wrestling fans, welcome to a special edition of MWF Xtra. We are counting down the hours now to WWE SummerSlam 2013, the 26th installment of the biggest party of the summer. It's an event that brings back great memories for me as a young fan. Used to have all the friends in the neighborhood over to catch the event. I remember seeing my first SummerSlam live and in person at Madison Square Garden for the Highway to Hell, and the only SummerSlam that took place in Boston back in 2006, which was one of probably the most stacked SummerSlams in history from top to bottom. Let's take a look at what's going on this year in Los Angeles. This is going to be a giant pregame show. You can see it on just about any online platform possible, WWE.com, the WWE app, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, so many others, Google+. The list goes on and on. For complete information, you can check out WWE.com for that. What an all-star panel they're going to have. Counting down the show, it'll be WWE Hall of Famer, the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels. Think of the great SummerSlam matches he's had in the event's history. Booker T, 2013 WWE Hall of Famer, as well as Natalya, one of the stars of WWE Divas reality show on the E! Network. After Monday night's #1 contenders battle royal on Monday Night Raw, Rob Van Dam will be taking on Dean Ambrose for the United States Championship. Again, that's free on any of those online platforms that I mentioned before. Will SummerSlam be the night that Dean Ambrose finally drops the gold for the returning Rob Van Dam? Let's go on to the card itself, and from top to bottom, it's shaping up to be a great one. More matches could be announced on WWE Main Event as well as SmackDown Friday night on the Sci-Fi Network. What about this one? Former tag team partners collide after what happened at Money in the Bank last month on pay-per-view. There's a lot of tension as the winner of that Money in the Bank contract for the World Championship, Damien Sandow, will take on Cody Rhodes one-on-one. The Rhodes Scholars themselves made an impact in the tag team division for quite a while. Cody Rhodes is building quite a reputation for himself in recent weeks, costing Damien Sandow matches. He kidnapped the briefcase that Damien won and threw it in the ocean. At SummerSlam, partners collide for the first time. Who knows what will happen with Damien Sandow's new wooden briefcase? As the card continues, what about a mixed tag team matchup? It will be Dolph Ziggler, probably the hottest superstar in WWE. He'll be teaming up with Caitlyn to take on in mixed tag team competition Big E. Langston and the WWE Divas champion AJ. AJ and Dolph Ziggler had quite a relationship for some time in WWE. At SummerSlam, it will be mixed tag team competition. What about this one? A match that is very rarely seen in the annals of professional wrestling. It is without a doubt probably the most dangerous match of wrestling. In a Ring of Fire matchup, it will be Kane taking on the in-ring debut of Bray Wyatt. The ring will be surrounded by fire to keep the other members of the Wyatt family out. It is going to be possibly explosive in more ways than one at the Staples Center in Los Angeles. Kane is the master of the Ring of Fire match. We've seen him in the past take on The Undertaker and other enemies. At SummerSlam, it will be Bray Wyatt. What about the World Championship? It will be on the line. Alberto Del Rio, the man that won the World Championship for the first time back at SummerSlam 2011 when he cashed in his Money in the Bank. He'll be taking on Christian. Christian himself defended the World Championship at SummerSlam 2011 in a losing effort to Randy Orton in a no-holds-barred match. Christian right now is on fire. He's come away with some big wins on WWE television of late. But is SummerSlam his last chance to come away with the big one? It's going to be very interesting to watch. Christian has had a stellar career in WWE. Del Rio is the man of the moment right now. He's been holding on to that gold by the skin of his teeth for several months. What's going to happen, you're going to have to find out Sunday Night Live on pay-per-view. And what about the two matches that everybody's talking about? It will be CM Punk taking on Brock Lesnar, who will have Paul Heyman in his corner. CM Punk, Paul Heyman, they thought they were best friends. That went back and forth on WWE Raw for a while until Money in the Bank, when Paul Heyman cost CM Punk the championship contract that was in the ladder above, slamming that ladder off his head, which led to several stitches being placed in CM Punk's head. Paul Heyman is firmly behind Brock Lesnar. Does that put Paul Heyman at a disadvantage? CM Punk was smart enough to outmaneuver Lesnar and Heyman on Raw this past week. Sunday night on pay-per-view, you get to see a blockbuster, as it's a very rare appearance by Brock Lesnar, MMA and pro wrestling badass, taking on CM Punk. Without a doubt, one of the most popular superstars in this generation of professional wrestling. Then, on to the main event for the WWE Championship. It'll be Newbury, Mass's own John Cena defending the championship, the same belt that we're going to have photo opportunities with at Zero Tolerance, September the 21st. He'll be defending against a man we've seen here in the Millennium Wrestling Federation, Daniel Bryan, one-on-one for the gold. And just announced, Triple H will be the special guest referee for this one. There's a lot of dissension in the McMahon family right now with Triple H over some of the executive decisions being made. However, Daniel Bryan was the chosen opponent by John Cena. WWE is trying to groom him perhaps into the look they want, but you cannot deny Daniel Bryan's popularity right now against the ultra-popular John Cena to some of the fan base. You know the Staples Center in Los Angeles will be electric. Some will love John Cena, some will hate him, but the championship is on the line, and I expect this to be an outstanding matchup. Again, fans, there's only one way to catch it if you're not going to be in Los Angeles itself. That is live on pay-per-view. Again, social media is exploding for WWE this week. They have so many interactive events going on in Los Angeles with their fan access, fan fest that they're going to have live matches at, autograph sessions. They're going to be doing a breast cancer kit for those without insurance, so they'll be able to screen themselves. The women in the Los Angeles area that cannot afford one, they're on their own. They're going to have a special reading session with Mick Foley and Cody Rhodes. It goes on and on. Check out WWE.com for complete details. It's SummerSlam 2013, fans. Don't miss it, live on pay-per-view.